What's wrong? What's wrong?
I want to be carried still.
You want to be carried?
Yeah.
I can't carry you.
I want to be carried still.
Well, I'm about to go to my first football game, Chelsea versus Saints, the home game. So I'm really excited about it. Some people want me to stay home, but I purchased these tickets through a special friend because I'm not a season ticket holder. And so here we go. We'll see how this goes. Hi, this is Felipe from the Postmodern family, and today's episode is about my momentous visit to a English Premier League football game. And the main question I'm looking to answer by this adventure is, who are these lads that go to watch football? It's $4.50. Thank you. There's some culture in here. Oh, there's a culture right here. Well, it's no secret if you've been watching this channel that I'm really interested in coming to know all the facets of British culture and understand what makes you guys tick, and that you're not just some stereotype of
fish, chips, cup of tea, bad food, worse weather, Merry Poppins.
So my next venture along that trajectory was to get to know a subculture within British culture, which is the football culture. So I have watched a few YouTube videos here and there, interviews and recordings of rallies of football lads or football fans. And what I have seen are instances in which they rally, express appreciation for the troops, and just a general love of the country.
Well, here we are, we're doing it. It's been said we were going to do it. Nobody believed it. It's here. Look, it's happening. You've got Portsmouth next to Southampton, you've got Chelsea next to Liverpool, you've got every swing in the country here. So for those that doubted us, it's now happening. There is a voice, there is a people, and we are fed up. And we're fed up with people not listening to us. And if we keep doing this, you've got no choice but to listen to us. And that's all you'll be able to do, okay? And eventually, hopefully, somebody will step up to the plate with us, okay, and actually do something about this hideous problem, which is targeting and killing our children.
And it's kind of, I've seen in the comments several times, there's this notion that, we're not that, the British aren't that patriotic because we think it's shameful. We don't want to be so stupid like you Americans that go rah, rah, rah and wave the flag. So there's this perception, this sort of, I would suggest that it's approaching snobbery about how, the Brits are more elevated in their patriotism, that they're not just mindlessly waving flags.
Shubh karmante kabhu na daro, meaning, oh God, may I never shrink from a righteous deed. And what better righteous than this, standing here, shoulder to shoulder, all of us, one nation, one people, against terrorism.
So I thought, this is interesting because I'm a fan of patriotism. I'm a fan of loving your country and doing your duty for your country, and even giving the ultimate sacrifice for your country. So to come to think that there maybe is a subculture within British culture that is that has an amplification of patriotism, I thought I really have to get to know these people. Here we are. Look at local man Paul right there. I haven't seen fans that are anything beyond the normal American football fan. I'm looking forward to seeing some hooligans, but I haven't seen it. Where are they? So I was on a mission. I said I'm going to go to this football game and observe the British fans. Now, well, where am I going to sit? I mean, everything in this country has ramifications. Every little decision you make is a reflection about you, it seems. So there's a section in the stadium where the visitors' fans sit. Now, in the U.S., we don't segregate the visitors' fans from the home fans. I thought that's really interesting. I was talking to some friends and they said, look, if you want the most colorful experience, if you really want to see football fans, you got to sit next to the visiting section, because that's where all the banter and contention between home fans and visiting fans, all that is very colorful, and you'll get a real taste of football.
That's what it's about. That's why we come.
When the Saints went up 2-0, I mean, it was electric. Just like any American sports event, when the home team goes up, surprisingly, when the home team, especially is an underdog and goes up, it makes for an electric atmosphere. And the fans were going wild, thinking, wow, the Saints, who are on the verge of being kicked out of the Premier League, might actually pull out the win. But of course, as my local man Paul was telling me, 2-0 was not a big enough lead to ensure a victory. So sure enough, after an important substitution, Chelsea went up 3-2 and ended up winning the game. It's just like with any American sports event, the fans were disappointed, they were disgruntled, and there was a lot of discussion, let's say, between the visiting fans and the home fans. So in that regard, it was the same, but here are a couple things that were quite distinct. You couldn't drink any beer in the stands, and that separation between the visitor fans and the home fans. It's a one-off game. It wasn't enough of an opportunity to talk to anybody and get a sense of whether my preconceptions of football culture were true. But it's just another one in the chapter of my adventure here to get to know British culture. Now, you guys tell me your opinion of football culture. Tell me, are you football fans yourselves? what do you think of football culture? Where does it stand relative to rugby and cricket? And just sound off. Well, after the game, we decided to come get some Five Guys to soak up all the disappointment and use this fatty meal to soak up all the sadness and disappointment we feel over the loss of the Saints.
Up. Looking good, sun was shining, beautiful day.
Yeah.
Lost 3-2. Just another day, just another.
Is that a normal day in the football Southampton Football Club?
What? We snatched defeat from George Victor.
Yeah.